You're watching an NDTV special. The battle for Goa, which goes to polls early next year, has heated up, with the Trinamool Congress being the latest entrant into Goa's exploding political akhada, with Mamata Banerjee visiting last week and a number of high-profile names signing up to the Trinamool while she was there. One of them is tennis star Leander Paes. Leander Paes joins me on NDTV for what is his first interview since he has now left the tennis court to enter the political court. Thanks very much indeed, Leander, for joining me from Goa. Let me just start, Leander, with the obvious question. What made you jump into politics?
Hi, Srini. Thank you so much for having me on with you today. For the last 30 years, I've been playing for the people, playing for the flag, and traveling in the global sport. I try to do India proud. So in that, now that my tennis career has come to an end and I've retired, I have the time, I have the passion, and I really have the energy to come in and try and serve the people, to do something that makes a large difference to our country. I've spent a lot of time in Goa, and now that I live there, I've been doing my homework, and I see there's huge opportunities in Goa to do some good.
But Leander, what made you join the Trinamool? Because there are a number of parties, options in Goa, as you know. Trinamool is just barely taking baby steps. Why did you choose them?
Just like my tennis, I've had some great opportunities to do some good things. My relationship with Mamata Didi goes back to when I was 15, 16 years old, when she was the sports minister, and I was 15 years old. And at that point of time, there was no foreign currency, no credit cards that could be taken internationally. She actually looked after me as a young boy, and she supported my tennis. She got corporate sponsors behind me. And I feel that she's a real powerhouse and a woman of her word. For me, Mamata Didi is a true champion, because when she says something, she does deliver. And when she gave me this opportunity, I'm very grateful to the party also for giving me the opportunity to serve the people. For me, there's a very simple thought, Srini.
Right.
I've always played for the people. I've always played for the saffron, white and green. Right now, my vehicle has just changed. The light still burns to make a difference. It's just a different vehicle.
So, did you approach the Trinamool, or did they approach you? And if I may ask, who specifically approached you from the Trinamool, if that's what happened?
Well, I've had opportunities over many years now, Srini, to get into politics. But tennis has been taking so much of priority and focusing on trying to win Grand Slams, focusing on trying to win Olympic medals, focusing on putting India on the map to get world records. Now that that's been achieved, I feel that the next opportunity for me is to go and serve the people directly.
No, that's fine. But I'm asking, who did they approach you? And who made the approach?
Yes, so I was directly approached by the Trinamool party. Okay. And in that, I first wanted to find out as to what my opportunities are to make a difference. And for me, it's really a great sense of pride to be able to serve the people. So for me, it was very important to see the opportunity that would I get the opportunity to do whatever I wanted to do.
Okay.
You know,
now,
in that.
Yeah, fair enough. Now, you know, when you talk about Goa and wanting to do stuff for Goa, I think it's also important to just understand for people generally and for Goans what your connection to Goa is, because like you said, you're now living there. A lot of people choose to live there. It's a great place to live, but that's quite different from saying that you have the understanding and the knowledge to actually be a political representative, right? Now, as I understand it, we're all, of course, Indians first, but you are Goan. You have what is it? A Goan Bengali mix? Is that?
So that's right. I was born to a Bengali mother, right, and a Goan father. My father, West Paes, hails from the south of Goa, right, where my paternal grandfather was born in Veli, and my paternal grandmother was born in Tolikanto. So that comes from a district of Asolna, which is South Goa. For me, tennis has taken me away, traveling for so many years, serving the country across Grand Slams and things. But now that I've come back to live in Goa, and I feel like the first step for me, Srini, is about gaining knowledge. The first step for me is about understanding what do the people need.
Okay.
For me, I have spent many days now in Goa trying to understand exactly where the difference can be made. And I see a huge opportunity. If given the right vehicle, if given the right position
Sure.
to make that difference, I see huge opportunity in the state of Goa.
But you don't fear that, I mean, like, while of course you have the Goa connection, but because you've been living away for so many years, you don't fear that you could be seen as an outsider?
You know, just as I said earlier, I was born to a Bengali mother. I was born to a Goan father. But through my whole career, I've played for a saffron, white and green. We are Indians.
Sure.
For me, whether I played at Wimbledon or whether I played at the Olympics,
Right.
I did not play for a certain state. I did not play for a certain religion. I did not play for a color or a caste. I played for India.
Okay. But you know, when you said that you picked the Trinamool, and of course, like you said, you have an old association with Mamata Banerjee and all of that. But as a serious contender in Goa, Leander, as you can imagine, they are very, very nascent. In fact, my researcher reminded me that the Trinamool actually had fought in the 2012 assembly elections, contested all 20 seats, won 0 seats, lost their deposit in 19 seats. And
Well, yes, Srini, if you actually looked at my tennis career,
yeah,
I lost many first rounds before I even got to play at Wimbledon.
right.
So in that coming in now, I think it's important not just to come in right at the top. I think it's important to really get into the trenches and see the difference that one can make. Winning and losing has never been something that I've been focused on. But effort, honesty, hard work, passion, these are the things that I've always focused on. And
so you don't think, so Goa, as you know, I mean, the only two players in town for the longest time has been the BJP and the Congress. Between them, they've won every election and they control 60-70% of the vote share. Neither of those two appeal to you?
Well, for me, it's not about necessarily saying one party is bad or one party is good. For me, it's about opportunity.
Okay.
Here in this new career that I'm looking at, it's not about having opponents. It's about doing the best for the people.
Okay.
For me, my focus is on my race. My focus is on what difference I can make to the people. Winning and losing is a part of life. Winning and losing an election is just the same of winning and losing a tennis match. But here for me, it's about doing the best for our country.
And are you going to be, right, got that. Are you going to be fighting the elections?
Well, I play for a team, Srini, as you know. I always have, whether it's tennis or whether it's politics. And in that, I'm going to let the captain of my team, Mamata Didi, decide that.
But you're open to it. If she says contest the elections, you're open to that.
I'm open to it. But at the same time, right now, Srini, I'm working very hard to gain knowledge.
Okay.
Right now, just as I did with tennis, there were many practice matches I played before I got to win Wimbledon.
Okay.
So right now it's about gaining knowledge, finding about the people, going to the people and learning about them, seeing what is needed in the state of Goa.
All right. Well, I guess learning, as you said, is the first step. But anyway, all the best for your new avatar, Leander Paes. And I'm sure we'll get a chance to talk more about this closer to the elections. Thanks very much indeed, Leander, for joining us.
Thank you, Srini.